Alright, this is part 3 of my series about nice guys and why women choose thugs generally, or jerks or losers. So, what was I saying? You got these nice guys following the rules of society. Being a gentleman and generally being nice, passive, and expecting the woman to respond accordingly. He's playing his role that he was taught to play, and so the woman should play her role. Right? These are the things that are supposed to be attractive to a woman. Being a gentleman and being nice and being romantic. But that's not what's attractive to a woman. He learns this because he does all this stuff, and so he says, at the end he says, well, I'd like for us to be in a relationship. And so she says the most illogical thing she could possibly say at the time. The woman or the young lady. She says, well, you're a really nice guy. And any girl in the world would be lucky to have you as her girlfriend. And even luckier to have you as her husband. And so he says, well, what do you, would you be my girl? Or something like that. And she says, well, I think we should just be friends. And the nice guy looks like, what? Wait a minute. Right, he's thinking logically, that doesn't make any sense. How can I be the most wonderful man in the world, and that any woman would want me, and when I ask you about us being in a relationship, you turn around and tell me that you just want to be my friend? Doesn't make any sense at all. And what you guys don't understand, you nice guys, don't understand, is that, romance and generally being a gentleman is not what is not what triggers attraction in a woman. That's what you were told. You were going on a date and your mother told you to make sure you be a gentleman. Make sure you go on down the list. Make sure you open the door and here's your flowers and all this other kind of stuff. But that's not what triggers attraction in a woman. But you've never been taught this, right? Now, the girl, the young lady, the reason she makes this completely illogical decision is because she's only responding to, her emotions whether her emotions are triggered or not. And since the young man is behaving in the way that society tells him to behave in, as far as being a gentleman and being nice, but he's not creating any type of attraction on a basic, genetic attraction level. He's not triggering her emotions, on a deep primal level, So what happens is he gets put in the friend zone. So the jerk, the nice guy, the jerk, the bad guy, the thug comes along, right? And he has a sort of exaggerated confidence, right? Almost to the point of arrogance, or he may be overtly threatening, in his presence, and So what he says and how he acts toward this young lady engenders, a type of emotional response, whether it be negative or positive. So this is what's happening with the nice guys. Okay, they're not generating any type of true, deep emotional response in these women. But a jerk or a loser, he is. But it's on the most minimum, basic level. And the reason these women are going for this is because they're not thinking logically about the situation. Her logical mind, part of her mind, is completely turned off. It may not have been activated at all. It may have been completely socialized out of her in that period, as a child. And so this is what's happening. She's only responding emotionally. This is why you have, highly intelligent women with degrees and professions and stuff that are going for these idiots. Because as soon as it comes to the relationship, the logical part comes, it just shuts off. She could have been really logical at work, an accountant or something like that. When it comes to relationships, the only thing she responds to is who activates her emotions. Okay? Now, between the nice guy and the bad boy, right, they both have the ability to do this. But the nice guy doesn't know that this is what's supposed to be happening. He thinks he's supposed to be romantic and be a gentleman. It has nothing to do with, creating attraction. The thug or the bad boy doesn't know either. It just happens to be that the traits of his personality, right, just happen to be conducive to creating an emotional response in a girl. He's an arrogant, overconfident, self-deluded guy who really doesn't care about anybody. So whether it's a positive or negative emotional response, she's going to respond either way. That's why a woman, that's why, he can smack her side of the head and she'll be more attracted to him, thinking that that's love. Because even if it's pain, even if it's heartache, even if she's crying, she's feeling emotions, right? So he's eliciting and activating these emotions in women, in the girl. The nice guy only responds to her emotions. Sits there and listens to, all of this crap she's taking from this guy. She cries on his shoulder, and and he's there for emotional support. He's only responding to her emotions. He's not eliciting or activating them at all. And this is why you have this problem with nice guys not being able to, get these women attracted to them, but the jerks do. And then the nice guys come back and they try to make a logical argument about why they're the better guy. And that works. And that's a legitimate argument. But because a woman only responds to emotions in regards to relationships, she's not thinking in a logical way. Right? For example, women say, oh, well, I'm with him because he's got confidence and that makes me feel safe. Yeah, but he's the one that's lying on you, cheating on you, stealing from you, dogging you out, abusing you. Right? So who is he supposed to be protecting you from and making you feel safe from if he's doing all the abusing? Right? That's completely illogical. It doesn't make any sense. Right? So y'all see me on part 4.